Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our live Fitness Fridays. Please know that everyone will be muted for this session. We encourage you to join us on camera so we can all move together. You may select speaker view to enlarge the video of our facilitators. The Parkinson's Foundation hosts weekly education and wellness programs through our PD Health at Home virtual programming. Join us for Mindfulness Mondays, Wellness Wednesdays, and Fitness Fridays. Most of the PD Health at Home programs are recorded and posted on the Parkinson's Foundation's YouTube channel. Find out more and register to attend our live PD Health at Home programs at www.parkinson.org/PD Health. Now to the less fun stuff. At the Parkinson's Foundation, we're here to support your wellness journey. These sessions are designed for general well-being and education, but they are not a substitute for medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Before starting any new movement program, we encourage you to check in with your healthcare provider or Parkinson's specialist. Let's move with confidence, listen to your body, stay steady, and modify as needed. And remember, safety first. By participating, you acknowledge that you're doing so voluntarily and at your own risk. The Parkinson's Foundation and our facilitators are here to guide and support you, but we cannot be responsible for any injuries or health-related complications. Let's move together safely and with joy. Joining us today from Maine Strong Balance Centers is Bethany Althouse and Anna Chornyak. They will be moving us through a dynamic high-energy circuit combining aerobic activity and lower body strength and power. Beth and Anna, thanks so much for moving us today.
Thank you. We're so excited to be here today with all of you for this Fitness Friday. Like they introduced us, I'm Bethany and this is Anna. We are both physical therapists at Maine Strong Balance Centers. We're located in southern Maine. We're a group of 4 small clinics here near the Portland area. Anna and myself are both really passionate about leading exercise and treating people living with Parkinson's. We are both Power Move certified therapists. Anna also has her LSVT certification, and I am a board certified neurologic clinical specialist. So we're excited to bring some of that to class today. We also, together with a community grant from the Parkinson's Foundation, were able to start an exercise class here in southern Maine called Counterforce. And it's dedicated to teaching people living with Parkinson's how to exercise safely in a higher intensity range. And if you're local, we would love to see you there. So today we're going to keep with, if you've joined us for our other sessions, you'll know kind of the drill at this point. But we're going to keep with our circuit training. So we're going to do a warm up all together, and then we're going to do a circuit where we're doing one exercise, 2 minutes on, and then we're going to take 1 minute of rest. So it's really important that throughout this, you're listening to your body, you're modifying, you're taking rest breaks. 2 minutes is a long time. And especially if you're just starting out with these exercise routines, you might need a little bit more rest than that. And you will certainly see us rest as well throughout it, depending on what our bodies need. So throughout this, I'm going to be showing the higher level, and then Anna is going to be showing you the modification. So just follow whichever one feels more comfortable for you. And like I said, you're more than welcome to switch back and forth between the two, depending on how you're feeling. Please make sure that you have some water with you and also maybe a towel. And we should be good to go. So today we're going to be combining some of the key points from all of our circuits. And we're going to target function. We're going to use some power moves. We're going to go for aerobic intensity, try to get those heart rates up, and do some strength training at the same time. So without further ado, let's move.
Let's go.
We're going to start with our warm up, like I said, so make sure that you have lots of space here today. Let's start with just stretching out a little bit. I know I've been sitting for a while, so let's bring those arms up overhead, stretch up, and then you can even flip the palms and come up high, try to reach towards the ceiling. And then if it feels good for you today, let's have you tip a little bit towards that right side, open up through the left side of the body. Take a deep breath here. Let it out. Come up. And then we're going to move over to that left side. We're going to stretch through that full right side of the body. Good. All right, open it back up. We're going to take a couple twists. So arms are still out wide, feet are wide, and then we're going to twist to the left side as far as you can go. Feel the rotation in the mid back. And then let's have your eyes look towards those fingertips. Good. Rotate back to the middle, and then let's go to the other side. Again, look back towards those fingertips. Beautiful. And come forward. All right, we're gonna start to bring your heart rate up a little bit here. So I wanna do some high knees. We're gonna try to get the arms pumping. I want knees up nice and high. You can definitely hold on if you want to for this. And it can either be a slow march or we can go into a full jog. All right, so we're gonna do this for 10 seconds. If you're at home, I want you to count loudly with me, okay? So 10 seconds, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Bring it back down. Arms out again. Wide stance. Right hand reaches across towards the left toes. Again, a nice deep breath here. Bring it up. Good. Left fingertips, right toes. Breath there. And come up. Let's do that one more time. Right fingertips, left toes. Big sweeping motion. And come all the way up. Try to bend at the waist. We're hinging, not bending the full back. You should feel a good stretch in the hamstrings. Good. Come back up. All right. We're going to do a similar move, but now you're going to be kicking back towards the butt. Okay. So again, you can hold on. You can keep it right here, or we can start to speed it up a little bit and do a jog. Okay. Make sure you got the arms if you're going to do the jog with me. We're still going to do 10 seconds. Loud count together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Slow it down. All right. We're going to take some jumping jacks, which we're also going to do in our circuit today. So take this as a little bit of a warm up for that. So you're going to do either a tap out to the side or the full jack. Okay, you can also hold on to the chair if that feels best. All right, 10 seconds here. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good, bring it back down. We're gonna end with a little power step here, okay? So you're gonna go right leg first, arms go big. You're gonna step out towards that right side. Look towards your right fingertips, okay? We're gonna do 5 on the right, 5 on the left. Here we go. 1, 2, stop. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, we lied. We're gonna do 10 on each side. All right, left side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nice and loud. 8, 9, 10. Good. All right, let that heart rate come back down again for a second. We're gonna do a final stretch here before we start our circuit. So let's just do arms out, goalpost position here. Try to open nice and wide. Chest is opening as wide as you can. And then just take a nice deep breath here. Maybe we're even looking up a little bit. We so often, especially with Parkinson's, end up looking down at the ground. So we're reversing all of that right here. Good. Beautiful. And then let's let those arms come down. They're going to come behind your back. And then again, we're going to hinge at the hips, not round in the spine. And you're going to come down and try to bring those hands off of your waist if you can. Feel that nice stretch in the hamstrings. You can take any movement that feels good for you here. Maybe it's a little bit of a shift side to side. Maybe it's just staying right in the middle, and that's also fine. Very nice. All right, come back up. All right, so everybody take a second, get a little sip of water. We're gonna prep here and get ready to start our circuit. So we're gonna be doing 6 exercises, on for 2 minutes, resting for 1 minute in between, okay? All right. Ready. Ready. All right, so for this first one, we're gonna be doing jumping jacks. And so I'm gonna show you, I'm probably gonna end up doing a little mix of both versions, going back and forth between the full thing and some taps. Perfect. Perfect. All right, guys, here we go. All right, 2 minutes on. Try to stick with it at home. If you want to put on some music with a nice upbeat tempo, that's always really helpful. Also helpful, especially with Parkinson's, to move to a beat and make it easier to move. So don't be afraid to use all of those different tools. And if you need to, hold on to the chair. Good job.
An option 2 might be to grab the back of your chair and jump out and in.
Yep.
So just breaking down that task and giving yourself a little help with the chair.
Perfect. Maybe you give yourself a challenge, on for 10 seconds with the full jack, and then off for 20. Whatever works for you today. The other thing you can modify is a slow jack like this. So slow down your speed, but still keep the width, right? So you're jumping big, taking up space, and then bringing it back together. Big, and back together. Doing great. You should feel out of breath. We do.
I do.
30 seconds, guys.
Keep your fingers spread apart, arms reaching, and your eyes up. When you step out a little bit further,
Last 10 seconds.
you got this.
3, 2, 1. Nice job.
Nice.
All right. Again, between everyone, let's try to sip a little bit of water and take those breaths. It's really easy to get dehydrated. Okay. So our next exercise is really strength oriented. So we're going to do a clean and press. I'm going to use a weight here. If you don't have a weight at home, that's completely fine. You can do this motion without a weight. You can also pick up something at home, like a can of soup or a water bottle that you have, and use that, depending on how you're feeling. So household objects are completely fine, but we're going to hinge down. It's okay to bend the knees. Come up to the shoulder and push up to the ceiling. So we're going to do a minute on this side, a minute on the left. And Anna's going to do it in a seated position. Okay? Here we go. Stay with us. It's nice for this one. You can see both of us are in a really wide base of support here, meaning that our feet are nice and far apart. That's going to do 2 things. Number 1, we're training those big movements. But number 2, it can also, if you're standing with me, make you feel a lot more balanced. Good. When you come up, make sure you're all the way up. Think about that chest opening stretch that we did in the beginning. Good. And you should feel as you come up that your glutes are working and activating. Everything in the back of your body is working hard. We've got 5 more seconds on this side. All right, let's switch. So switch to the left hand, but same move. And you might feel like one side is considerably harder or easier than the other. That's okay. If it starts to get challenging, go ahead and drop the weight, do the motion. If the shoulders are an issue, you can always modify. Maybe you just come up to here and you don't punch, or maybe you punch out a little bit. Do what works for your body.
Can you follow that weight with your eyes? Keeping your eyes on the weight as it goes up in the air. Keep your back straight as you reach down.
10 seconds. Looking good. 5, 2, and 1. Good. Let that weight rest. It's always best, even if you're doing the exercises and standing, have a chair available that you can sit and rest in between. Okay. So for our next one, I'm going to show the next 2 exercises in a version on the ground. And Anna is going to show you what that looks like if you are not feeling like getting on the floor is available to you today, which is fine. So we're going to be down here. All right. So we're going to be up in a plank, and a mountain climber is knees. Think about going towards the opposite elbow. Right.
And then from the chair, you can place your hands on the chair, walk out to the plank position, pull one knee in, and then the other knee, alternating.
Perfect. Like this. All right, so let's go, guys. Go for it. And this is a big one. This is a hard exercise, right? We're thinking high intensity here. We're thinking getting the heart rate up. But this is likely one that within those 2 minutes, you might have to bring your knees down. And that is okay. So we never sacrifice form for continuing with an exercise.
Make sure you pull your knee in, get that full range of motion, and bring it all the way back out as you're able to.
We're looking good. We have a minute left.
You got this. Really feel the heart rate coming up.
You can, this is a great one to kind of make that deal with yourself. Okay, I'm going to be 10 seconds on, and then I'm going to rest for 10.
So you might also hold that plank if you need a little active rest. Just hold your plank here. And then when you're able to, maybe you do 10 more, bringing those knees in. A plank is a great way to strengthen your core and help you improve your posture as well.
The other nice part about this is if you're feeling a little discouraged about where you are today, this is a great one to say, okay, you know what? I'm going to keep working at this, and I'm going to keep watching this recording. And maybe my goal is to be able to do that exercise for 30 seconds without a break the next time I do this. So you can really see progress, even with recordings. All right. Good job. Bring it down.
Good one.
Good job, guys. All right. We promise you're going to thank yourself after you're finished with this. So pat yourself on the back for showing up and putting in this effort. I'm going to stay, for those of you that feel comfortable on the floor, we're going to stay on the floor for the next one. So if you want, you can just stay down and rest here. All right. So let me demonstrate first. This is taken from some of the power moves that we're putting together. So you're gonna come back almost into like a little child's pose. This is gonna be the activate, and then we're gonna come up and bring the right foot forward, almost by your hand. And then from there, you're gonna power up and stand, okay? And then to get back down, we're just gonna reverse that. So we're gonna do a minute with the right and then a minute with the left. Safety first, okay? Chair should be next to you in case you need to hold it.
And then the modified version will be big step out and then power up.
Perfect. All right, let's do it, guys. All right. Back, but up, power up. Good. Reverse. And take your time with it. Again, quality over quantity here. It's feeling like a lot on the floor. I'm going to show you another modified version here. You can come back here and then use the hand on the chair to push. Also great. Finish up this last one on the right. Good, and then let's switch it over to the left side. Up. Work, stick with it.
When you step, can you make that sound stomping with your feet? And then when you come up, really stretch your arms back, look up. Good big stomp and power up.
Get time for a couple more, stick with it. Good, make yourself big. Okay, we got 10 seconds, we can do one more.
Here we go.
Very nice. Okay, everybody rest. If you were on the floor, feel free to set that mat aside. We will not use it again until we're in the cool down. So we have 2 more exercises. You can do anything 2 more times. All right, so for this next one, I'm gonna put my chair to this side. One of the things that can become challenging when you have Parkinson's is taking a backward step, which is also really important to be able to catch your balance. So we practice this a lot in physical therapy and also in our classes. Today we're gonna do a lunge, but backwards, okay? So you see, you can hold the chair if you want. You can just be out in the open, but we're gonna do right leg coming back first, 1 minute, and then we'll switch to the left, okay? Try to keep your torso up nice and tall. Here we go. Also a great one that if you're feeling like this is relatively easy or you want a little bit more here, you can add arms in. So you can come back and open, add a little power moves into every routine is never a bad idea. And then go with the speed that feels right for you. Don't need to necessarily match us. Faster or slower, totally fine. You should feel that in the glutes and the quads. Really big muscle groups that are working here. Nice job. We got 5 seconds. All right, we're gonna switch it over left side, okay? So switch your chair if you're gonna hold on, and then we're gonna go back together. Good.
Something you might add is flicking those fingers. So making a big fist and then flicking them out. And that can help your fine motor skills, like handwriting, maybe buttoning your shirt. So make that fist and then flick those fingers straight out.
Such a great one that you can add to almost any exercise. You might also feel that when you do that flick or the hand slap, it actually helps you open up a little bigger. 3, 2, and 1. Nice job.
Nice.
All right, rest. We're getting towards the end of the workout. So if you're feeling fatigued, that is normal, but you may need to take a little bit longer rest break. That is fine. Again, I know I sound like a broken record, but make sure you're sipping water. All right. So again, with this one, if it's available and you feel like your body can handle it right now, you can use one weight here or a soup can, or again, anything that you have in your house. A book is great. And we are gonna do a weighted march. I actually kind of move this out of the way. Your weight is gonna start up. You're gonna march one knee up, try to touch it to the weight, and then bring it back down. Okay, we're gonna be doing that for a minute. And then we're gonna do an oblique version of that, meaning over to the side and back down. Okay, let's do it. So we're gonna do 1 minute, straight up and down. Here we go. Last one, guys. And then we're gonna do a really nice cool down with Anna. Good. One of the things that we hear all the time in our class is, you know, it was kind of hard to get here today. That was the challenge, but I always feel so much better for the rest of the day after I do this, which is so true. So this is the work, right? But a lot of times the hardest part is registering for the class or driving yourself there. So you guys you're here, you're doing the hard work, and I guarantee you're gonna feel better for the rest of this day. All right, let's switch. We're gonna go into those obliques a little bit here. All right, up, to the side, to the side. Good. Always feel free to take that modified version. We got about 30 seconds. If the shoulders are cranky, again, doesn't matter, you can still do the exercise, just go from here. Okay, I know the rotator cuffs can be an issue, but there's always a modification to make it so that you can do this. Stick with it. Last 5 seconds. You got it. Put in the work. 3, 2, 1. Nice job, everyone. Really solid work. All right. So take your time. We really want everyone to feel like they've caught their breath. And then I am going to, for the cool down, be showing the modified version. And Anna is going to be down on the floor for most of that cool down. Okay.
So we're going to start out on our backs. There we go.
And then you should be into. Okay. I'm going to move you back a little.
Thank you.
Yep.
So we'll all start out on our back. Take your time getting down to your mat.
You can always use the chair that you have to help you get down to the floor. It's not something that should be rushed ever.
We're going to have our arms out to the side and knees bent. Let your knees drop over towards the right as your head turns to the left. Take a breath here. Push the backs of your hands down into the floor. Spread your fingertips. Switch sides. Knees fall over towards the left as your head turns to the right. Pushing the back of your hands down into the floor. And take a nice deep breath here. And we'll do one more to each side. Knees over to the right as your head turns left. And switch. Last one. Back to center. We're going to reach behind our right leg, stretching that leg right up to the ceiling. Pull your toes towards your face to get a good stretch in your hamstring.
If you're sitting for this one with me, just make sure that you stay up nice and tall. Your pelvis is kind of tipped forward and then tilt just a little bit. This hamstring stretch is not one that you need to come way forward with the back, okay? Nice straight back.
And we're going to point and flex that right foot 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Let's switch sides. Reach behind that left leg and stretch it up towards the ceiling. Hold it here for a breath. And point and flex your foot up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to take that left ankle and place it on top of the right knee. So you might hold this stretch, gently pushing your knee out and away. For a little deeper stretch, you might take both hands and reach around your right thigh, gently pulling it in. So this would be a little bit deeper stretch. Or you can simply just keep your foot down and gently push that knee away. And we're going to hold it here for a couple deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. One more breath. Gently bring your legs down, and we'll take the right ankle, put it on top of the left knee, and then pull that left thigh in towards your body gently.
Just make sure here, it's totally fine if this knee is up a little bit. You don't need to force that thigh down, okay? So just let the body relax. You're gonna get way more out of that than forcing anything that can cause injury.
And gently bring your legs down. We're gonna reach around that right thigh again, pull the knee into the chest. I'm gonna send my left leg down straight as I gently pull that right knee up and in. Let's roll that right ankle out. And switch sides to the left leg, pulling that left knee in. Just listen to your body. If anything feels like it's painful, just kind of back off a little bit. Make sure to breathe as you stretch.
Be really easy, especially when you've just done a tough workout, to get into the habit of holding your breath when things are hard.
We're going to roll over onto our stomachs. And we're going to be coming down all the way onto the stomach. Fingers are spread wide, pushing down into the mat. I'm going to take a breath in. And as I exhale, I'm going to gently push up onto my forearms. This is a really great stretch for the back. Some of you may go a little further, pushing up and looking up at the ceiling. But for some, coming up onto the forearms might feel like enough of a stretch. So let's do that 5 times. Coming down, take a breath in, exhale, and gently push up, looking up at the ceiling. Inhale down, exhale up, that's 2. Inhale down, 3. Inhale down, 4. One more, doing a good job, and 5. Excellent. Let's all meet together on our forearms. Take a look at your fingers. Are they spread apart? Are they pushing down into the mat? And what we're going to do is take our right arm. We're going to reach across the body. See if you can look up towards your fingertips. Stretch them out. And then gently bring that arm down. Let's reach across the body with the left arm. Great. Right arm reaching across. And left. Good. Let's do a few more of these. Right arm, reach across. Can you look up there? Can you stretch a little further? Down, left arm. Right. And one more. Great. Let's all come up onto all fours. Nice and easy. And you want to make sure that your wrists are underneath your shoulder, that they're lined up, and your hip is over your knee. And again, fingers are spread out. We're going to arch our back up towards the ceiling. And then let your belly drop towards the floor as you look up towards the ceiling. So arching that back up. And then letting the belly drop. Can you add in that breath as you move? Try to inhale and exhale with every motion, taking those deep breaths. Great, a couple more of these at your own pace. Last one. Next, we're gonna rock back and forth, nice and slow. Sinking your butt back towards your hips. And then forward as far as you're able to comfortably. And let's do this 5 times. 1, 2. One position might feel really good for your body, so feel free to stay there a little longer than I do. One more. So at your own pace, you might grab that chair. Just kind of come up slowly. Let your body just get adjusted to those different positions. You can hold on to a chair to help you stand up. And make sure to grab some water as well.
Perfect. All right, nice job, everyone. It was our absolute pleasure to do this class today and to be here with all of you. I hope from this circuit you've gotten some ideas for things that you can do at home, even on your own. Interval circuit type workouts are such a great thing to set up in your house. You don't need fancy equipment. You don't need fancy moves. If you go back and rewatch some of our other stuff, you can get some ideas from that. So thank you so much. We really enjoyed being here today.
Thank you.
Thank you, Beth. Thank you, Anna, for guiding us in today's Fitness Friday session. And a big thank you to all of you who to continue to show up in movement here at the Parkinson's Foundation's PD Health at Home Fitness Fridays. Stay connected with Maine Strong Balance Centers by visiting their webpage or emailing them. Their contact information is here on the screen. And be sure to get your copy of the Parkinson's exercise recommendations at parkinson.org/exercise and keep the momentum of your movement practice. If you have any questions or would like to access our free resources, please reach out to our helpline by calling 1-800-4PD-INFO or emailing helpline@parkinson.org. We thank you for joining us today. Have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you again soon.